Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I apologize for my weird appearance. My hair is drying. It's been a day, hasn't it always? Anyway, today we're gonna be talking about 17 terrible pieces of advice from 17 the magazine, its ultimate guide to guys. Thankfully, when I was a teenager, I didn't read these magazines, and even if I did, everyone was repulsed by me, so I wouldn't have had this problem anyway, because bad pickup lines, I didn't need those to make boys not want to be around me. These are genuinely the worst pieces of advice, and I just think you need to hear this, so whenever you bomb something with someone, you can be like, well, at least I didn't do that one thing 17 told me was going to assure that my crush Brad would answer my text message. So let's get into 17 ways that you can bomb a relationship. So the camera just kept going in and out of focus, so here I am the next day with the same sweater, going to do this again. Okay, so it's clear that 17 magazine is not a magazine intended for whole-ass adults. I'd say that it's mostly for teenagers and maybe younger teenagers, hence why it's called 17. I don't have super high expectations, but I feel like even my lowest expectations will be met with a fat bucket of here's big ass disappointment to go with my sweater. This is my merch, by the way. I always get questions. People don't know that I have merch, but I do in fact have merch, and I'll be dropping some new ones soon. Anyway, so of the sneaky ways to score flirting confidence, 17 suggests learning to speak guy. You're hanging out with guy friends, pay attention to what they talk about and what cracks them up. Being totally comfortable in guy world helps you hold down around a cutie you like and may even give you a few jokes to steal. So then this article says, so yes, it's totally cool to yap about sports, crazy hookups, and action movies. So the funniest thing for me to imagine is a girl who just assumes that all guys are the same. And so she's on a date with this guy and it goes like this. So what's your favorite team in like any sport? Because I'm sure you like so many sports.
I'm actually not really into sports. It just doesn't really interest me.
Oh, okay, so I'm sure you have plenty of crazy hookup stories, right? Because guys have those, right? So what's a crazy hookup story?
Actually, I don't really do hooking up. I prefer more committed stuff. Hooking up just makes me anxious, dude.
I thought the article said sports, crazy hookups. What was the last one? Action movies. So, what's your favorite action movie,
Bitch, why am I here?
Is that really something you want to be involved in? I mean, I'd love to watch that from another table, eating by myself probably, but still, that'd be fun to watch. This one is by far one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Maybe just the example they use is bad, but are you looking for the perfect first convo but always find yourself worried to make the move? Are you always thinking if he wanted to talk to me, he'd come talk to me? 17 says, feel out his interest. Ask a casual question to put his nerves at ease, like, do you think it's okay if I parked in the driveway? You want to start a conversation with someone, and instead of saying, hey, I know that you like True Detective, did you catch the newest episode? What did you think? My theory is whatever. Instead of asking something like a normal adult human being or a normal teenage human being, you have to ask this completely mundane question which will halt any type of conversation. It's like saying, hey, the sky was cool today. What can someone say apart from, yep, the clouds were cool, I guess? That doesn't put anyone's nerves at ease. If anything, I'd just be annoyed and not respond to that. So 17, guys need to do better. Sneak into his routine, aka stalk him. Every day, my girlfriend would stop by my lunch table to talk, said Michael, age 19. I got used to seeing her regularly and started looking forward to her dropping by. One day it hit me that I want to spend even more time with her. So the idea here is that you're kind of like metaphorically beating someone into submission, into liking you. This sounds like the trope of a bad high school movie, you know, where keep pestering a guy and he acts like a total asshole, but in the end it turns out that he actually loves you the whole time and he was just being an asshole because he wanted to defend his emotions and he didn't want to be vulnerable. But genuinely, if I were the dude and the girl And I'm saying dude and girl because if a guy were doing this, he's a guy, so he knows that not all guys like soccer, so I'm assuming that this is for women who are interested in men. So if I were the guy and I'm just here minding my own business, right? And then every time I look somewhere, I see this. I would call the police. That's not okay. That's not normal. That's when you get a restraining order, not a date, a restraining order, or actually maybe a court date for the restraining order. So maybe, yeah, maybe that's how you get a date, a court date. This one, I can't believe is not a meme because this has been made a meme. Text can be hot, and one of the hottest, according to 17, is, what would we be doing if I was with you right now? He'll immediately think about kissing you, whether or not he admits it. This is exactly like that meme where it's like, a girl and a guy are like texting and the girl's like, BRB, gonna shower, and he's like, haha, what would you do if I was there with you? And it's just kind of like,
Bradley, knock it off. I'm just gonna go take a shower. I've had a long day. I'm tired of your bullshit messages.
First of all, this isn't a guide to sexting because I feel like that would start a dangerous conversation. And I don't know if I want 14-year-olds to be having that conversation. Okay, this one, I don't know how this is advice. Maybe it's advice for the guy. Dylan, age 18, says his favorite pre-date ritual is to pump his ego. Can you imagine what's happened to my brain now that I've had to read this more than twice? So this is what Dylan does. I wink at myself in the mirror and say, "You ready to go, big guy?" I mean, do whatever you need to do. You know, if that makes you feel good inside, go for it, Dylan, but the fact that he opened up about this, if Dylan in fact does exist and it isn't just the writer being like, I totally interviewed someone. Okay, let's just see for the fun of it if it works. What is it? You ready to go, big guy? Bless his heart. Let's just leave it at that. Okay, this one also is very curious to me. Want to keep him wanting more? Save your best story for next time you're together. At the end of the night, tease him with a juicy nugget of info. Next time, remind me to tell you about my crazy spring break in Daytona. He'll push you to spill, but wave him off and say, sorry, got to get inside. It's the kind of story that needs telling over cheese fries. Bitch, where are you even going? Why are you waving off? Just tell him I'll tell you next time if you really need to pull this shit. And also, I didn't know there was a category of stories that can only be told with cheese fries. Kind of like you're unlocking a new level of a video game. You can only talk about the story over cheese fries because otherwise you can't tell the story and it's a secret. And actually that reminds me, there's this one story that I really wanted to tell you guys, but I can't tell you unless it's over cheese fries. Okay, this is the last one because my brain is imploding. If you're in relationship purgatory, the best way to define your relationship is to pretend your BFF asked. This is very mature. Like, I get it, it's for teenagers, but one of the things I feel like we should be teaching children even and teenagers is communication, whether it's in a relationship format or not, to just be able to voice concerns without being fucking bizarre about it. Get not liking confrontation, and everyone hates the where is this going? What are we conversation. Trust. Both sides hate that. Everyone's wondering what the deal is between you two, so turn their nosiness into a good thing. Casually say to him, my friends keep asking what's going on between us. What should I tell them? Bitch, this is so transparent. If he actually believes this, he might need a little bit of the naive scraped off. Honestly, this is just so awkward because he could just be like, yo, why does your friend have to know what we are? It's none of your friend's business. If you're asking for your own business, sure, but to ask as if you're just reporting it to someone else, it's not a good look. It really isn't. Let me know what you think about these amazing tips. Let me know which ones you want to include in your dating life rituals or whatever it is people who date do. Let me know which one of these was your favorite and which one you're gonna be sure to use. I definitely feel like before my husband comes home so I can turn on all the charm, I'm gonna look at myself in the mirror and tell myself, you ready to go, big guy? And I'm sure he's just gonna fall in love with me again, automatically, because I pumped my own ego. Oh, it's like I burped out of like disgust for that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always. Let's get right into the fan art.